Hey, it's Zach with another video today. I just um I just want to say I am a capitalist. I'm a pretty hardcore capitalist. Um I don't really I like all forms of capitalism. I don't really restrict myself to one form of capitalism over the other. I think all can work in specific circumstances and depending on the scale of that system or things like that. Depending on the political system of that goes along with that capitalist economy. So I don't know. But I've spent a lot of time diving into libertarian capitalism, and I get most of my inspiration of akronism from libertarian capitalism. But today we're going to talk about socialism because I want socialists to be akronists as well. And so this is what I call akrosocialism, whereas I'm an akro-capitalist. And I think a real akronist society would be a mixed economy with both akro-socialists and akro-capitalists. But today we're just going to focus on akrosocialism. So if you want a fully socialist society, you can still be an akronist. It would just, in my opinion, have to be a market socialist society or a liberal socialist society. And liberal socialism is actually a thing. It's a mixture of liberalism and socialism. And yeah, it would have to be sort of market socialist and liberal socialist. And why is that? Because I still want there in an acro-socialist society to be a market of governments. And the market of governments would contain all sorts of different types of socialist governments. So, yeah, there would still need to be a market, but within your governments, you can have a strictly non-market government, a strictly non-market society. That society would have to exist on a market with other socialist societies. So, essentially, the whole meta system would be a market, So to be an acro-socialist, I think you have to be a market socialist or a liberal socialist, because we're talking about a market of different kinds of socialism to choose from. So so the most important thing about being an akronist is believing in the market of governments. So, yeah, I'm not trying to gatekeep or be harsh on people who are not, who are socialists but don't like markets. But really, for akronism to work properly, for it to be proper akronism, there needs to be a market of governments. So, yeah. I would say read up on liberal socialism and market socialism. If you're a socialist and you're interested in akronism. And just know that within your government will exist on a market, but within your government, it can be a planned economy. So you can have like a planned society. It would just exist on a market with other societies. So now pure acro-socialism, all the markets would be socialist governments. All the governments would be socialist governments. All the governments on the market would be socialist governments. So that's acro-socialism. Acro-capitalism, all the governments on the market would be capitalist governments. Now, yeah, so I think really I'm a capitalist, but really I'm a general akronist. I would like to see socialist and capitalist governments, but I would probably choose a capitalist government. Yeah, you could also consider yourself an acro-capitalist or an acro-socialist if you would allow other ideologies to have governments, but you would just choose a socialist or a capitalist government, and so yeah, while this ideology was inspired by sort of classical liberalism, objectivism, and anarcho-capitalism, I think you can also definitely be 100% socialist and be an akronist. Yeah, so I just wanted to make this video for socialists because I want to see socialists be akronists. So just keep in mind akronism, akrosocialism, and akrocapitalism, and there can be other forms of akronism. I want to make a video about akrotheocracy. I think that would be really interesting. I think that will be my next video. So look out for a video on akrotheocracy. So, yeah. Now, I just want to make it clear that akronism is kind of committed to democracy. So your government would, for it to be akronist, would kind of have to be a democracy. But other than that, you can have like a socialist democracy. It can be like democratic socialist or something like that. So yeah, for all you socialists who may be interested in akronism, look into market socialism and liberal socialism. Those are my two favorite kinds of socialism, market socialism and liberal socialism, because I mean, like, I see akronism as mostly a classical liberal ideology. It's really taking classical liberalism to its extreme. So, yeah, I think you can mainly categorize it as a form of classical liberalism, but I think it's fine for socialists to be part of an akronist society. So anyway, that's a short video on akrosocialism. So I just wanted to let you socialists know that while I was inspired by libertarian capitalism in creating this ideology, it would be a free society, free enough for socialists to participate. So, anyway, peace.